Now written by Peter Niven. 2 Prime Display, Jamie Osborne. 3 Alterezza, Brendan Sheridan. 4 Peanuts Pet, Graham McCourt. 5 Bishop's Island, Richard Dunwoody. 6 Galatine, Neil Doughty. 7 Irish Bay, Charlie Swan. 8 Abnegation, Declan Murphy. 9 Yellow Spring, Peter Hobbs. 10 Andrews First, Carl Llewellyn. 11 Scylla Stalker, Mr. Richard Hale. 12 Anakim Run, now written by Mick Fitzgerald. 13 Andermatt, Norman Williamson. 14 Belafonte, 4-pound overweight for Graham Bradley. 15 Metal Wazzo, Tony Charlton. 16 Nickel Joe, Dean Gallagher. 17 Fairfields Cone, Dylan Meredith. 18 Fox Chapel, 2-pound overweight, Mark Dwyer. 19 is San Lorenzo, Simon McNeil. 20 Olympian, Peter Scudamore. And 22, in the absence of Jimbaloo, is Celsius, ridden by Tom Dascombe. And here's how they bet.
And it's one of those races where 2 horses are way out in front of the rest in the betting. Olympian is the favourite, 7-2. Andrews First, 4-1. Nickel Joe, the nearest to them, 10-1 from 8. Galatine and Abnegation on 12-1. 3 of them on 16-1. Bishop's Island, Scylla's Stalker and Andermatt, 16-1 those 3, and it's 20-1 bar.
Just looking for a place to get in, and that's it. They're away. Abnegation just dwells a little bit, and Nickel Joe, one of the first to show, from Irish Bay on the outside in Prime Display, and Alterezza going up to join them as they jump the first. Nickel Joe just landed in the lead there, and Faller at that one. Fairfields Cone has gone at that one. Fairfields Cone has gone at the first, and Olympian has taken it up. Olympian has now taken it up from Nickel Joe. In comes San Lorenzo. Just in behind San Lorenzo is Anakim Run, and then Peanuts Pet. And Olympian, the clear leader now. Olympian going on. Yellow Spring has moved up into a prominent position. Nickel Joe, and just in behind Nickel Joe is Anakim Run, and then Prime Display, then Irish Bay, and Olympian now the very clear leader. Olympian from Yellow Spring. Behind Yellow Spring is Nickel Joe, then Anakim Run and Peanuts Pet. Over the third, Olympian well clear. All the remainder safely over that one. Olympian from Yellow Spring, and Andrews First is last at the moment. Took him a long time to warm up at Haydock, and he's the absolute back marker currently. So the 2 favourites first and last at the moment, with Olympian and Peter Scudamore taking him along. From Yellow Spring, behind Yellow Spring is Anakim Run, Fox Chapel on the near side, and on the far side, the grey Nickel Joe. Olympian from Yellow Spring still in second, with Anakim Run third, Nickel Joe 4, Fox Chapel 5. Just in behind them, Bishop's Island, and then Peanuts Pet and Belafonte. Behind Belafonte is Alterezza, and then Galatine. Behind Galatine is Celsius, and then Andermatt, and then on the inside, San Lorenzo. Abnegation on the outer. And being pulled up, a Prime Display and Irish Bay. They're out of it. Prime Display and Irish Bay, both out of it. And Olympian still the leader as they come down to the 5th. From Yellow Spring, Anakim Run, Nickel Joe on the inside, Peanuts Pet on the outer, with Bishop's Island and Galatine, who's made good progress towards the outer. The well-backed Andrews First, still with a lot to do. He's only got one behind him, and that's Metal Wazzo. And Peter Scudamore still cutting it out. From Yellow Spring, Olympian from Yellow Spring, Anakim Run right up there. Belafonte and Galatine as they jump the 6th come next. Then Andermatt on the outside. Racing left-handed now with 4 left to jump, and still Olympian from Yellow Spring. Then comes Anakim Run, Belafonte, Galatine right up there. Nickel Joe in behind them with Antomat, and then Altarezza, and then making a bit of progress is San Lorenzo, racing towards the top of the hill. Olympian, the leader, by about 4 now. From Yellow Spring, Belafonte is 3rd, Galatine is 4th. San Lorenzo still moving through the field into 5th. Antomat comes 6th. And now beginning to make progress from the rear is Andrews first. Coming down now towards the 3rd last though, and it's Olympian the leader. From Yellow Spring, Belafonte and San Lorenzo still making progress. Balasani is making ground as well. So is Andermatt, and Andrews first to fall there. Andrews first has gone at that one, and he's brought down Peanuts Pet. They're coming to the 2nd last now with Olympian the leader. Olympian coming to the 2nd last in this Coral Handicap, and he goes through it but gets away with it. Olympian rounding the home turn under Peter Scudamore. From Yellow Spring, then comes San Lorenzo, then Belafonte, racing towards the final flight. Abnegation's making ground from the rear, but Olympian is well clear as they come to the final flight in the Coral Cup. Olympian lands in the lead from Yellow Spring. Then San Lorenzo, Scylla Stalker making ground on the far side, but it's Olympian now from Scylla Stalker moving into 2nd as they race up towards the line. Olympian from Scylla Stalker and Yellow Spring, and Olympian wins it. Olympian wins the Coral Cup with Scylla Stalker 2nd and 3rd Yellow Spring. It's a photo for 4th, with just possibly getting up to be 4th Abnegation. And so a tremendous double here, which qualifies for a giant bonus from Sunderland's, the bookmakers responsible for sponsoring the Imperial Cup, with Olympian completing an unprecedented double by winning the Imperial Cup and the Coral Cup here at Cheltenham. And the result of the Coral Cup is first, number 20, Olympian, owned by M&N Plant Limited, trained by the amazing Martin Pipe and ridden by Peter Scudamore. 2nd was number 11, Scylla Stalker, owned by Mr. R. Hale, trained by Mrs. Linda Ramsden and ridden by Mr. Richard Hale. And 3rd was number 9, the long-time prominent Yellow Spring, owned by Mrs. R. Howell, trained by Gardy Grisel and ridden by Peter Hobbs. And it's a photograph officially for 4th place, with Abnegation possibly just having got up to short-haired San Lorenzo.
First, number 20, Olympian, 4-1 joint favourite. 2nd, number 11, Scylla Stalker, 20-1. 3rd, number 9, Yellow Spring, also 20-1. And 4th, number 8, Abnegation, 12-1.